You see this? And this, 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 and this. This is solar dimming, geoengineering. It's chemtrails. And you can clearly see through this particular chemtrail that they are using frequencies, because you can see this pattern in the sky absolutely everywhere, which means they're using electricity or frequencies to get a desired result, much like this. You see what I'm saying? So for all those people that have ringing in their ears, like I do, or can hear a high-pitched tone all the time, that's the Wi-Fi, that's the NexRad, that's the Doppler, that's the harps, that's all the frequencies these people have figured out how to use to control, hypnotize, and dumb down humanity. And in my opinion, it's worked amazingly well. Because sadly, even the people that consider themselves awake aren't quite awake. These guys have been doing this for a couple of decades, at least 10 years, steadily, and they started back at World War II. They picked it up in the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and they're using it right now. The military has wanted to control the weather for the longest time. That's not a theory, it's not my opinion, it's a fact. You see what I'm saying? This document's been around for a long time. It was printed up in August of '96, and it was by several colonels and several majors and a lieutenant colonel. A research paper presented Air Force 2025. So the military needs this suddenly, correct? Well, there you go. One of my subscribers sent me the links to this article. It's from IOP Science. You can't see it, but it's right up here. Environmental Research Letters. And this is from 2012, September, my bad. And it's explaining how stratospheric passenger flights are likely an inefficient geoengineering strategy. And I think it's so cute, because these people that all live in their little compartments, their little bubbles, their little offices, their cubicles, whatever you want to call it. This is basically NASA, this is science, this is CERN, this is ITER, this is the Department of Defense, this is the government, this is Congress, this is the world. Keep everybody separate so this guy doesn't know what this guy's doing. The fact that they wrote this paper up in 2012, basically, here's the gist of it. They're saying that spraying the atmosphere with a bunch of chemicals is going to cause more problems than it's worth, first of all. And second of all, it won't do the desired effect. Well, solar radiation management, the stuff that they've been denying for absolutely years, it isn't exactly what they think it is. These guys are presenting this as a way to stop global warming. Now, all the scientists that are left believe that global warming's a real thing. Now, the real scientists, they've all been relieved of their duties. Why? Well, because of this. The Global Warming Petition Project. 31,487 American scientists have signed this petition, including over 9,000 with PhDs. Long story short, they were urging the United States government to reject the global warming agreement in Japan in December of '97 because they knew it was a fallacy. It was fugazi. It wasn't real. But apparently these guys didn't get the memo. These guys did. So on average, over 600 scientists per state in the United States all rejected this because they knew it was a fraud. They knew it was phony. They knew it was a fake. And then in 2012, these guys are saying, yeah, this probably isn't going to work at all. Well, that's because it's not exactly as it appears. These people need to pull their heads out of their collective cubicles, we'll call it, and understand that what's actually going on is more spiritual. It's a cosmic battle. Jesus And God gave us creation. They gave us dominion. Satan, through man, is trying to undo all of this, which explains everything that we're seeing in the sky. The sky does numerous things. It tells us what time of year it is. It tells us when to expect things, the stars, the moons, the wandering stars, the planets. The sun gives life. The air is what we breathe. These guys are doing everything in their power to manipulate the weather, to block out the sun, and all of us are breathing this in. Not to mention the effects that things like HAARP, I'm not talking about the one facility in Alaska. They have numerous facilities all over the world. Not to mention what these things are doing when they're making the clouds and the atmosphere move around like this. Do you see what I'm saying? This is a mind control on a mass, epic scale. No two ways about it. And the fact that these guys are yammering that this won't work just lets me know that these guys have no idea what's really going on. They're not spraying the sky to stop an imaginary thing, because that doesn't even make any sense. You can do all the equations you want. They're spraying the sky because they're undoing creation. They're trying to enslave everybody, and they're trying to make everybody as sick as humanly possible. They're devolving us. Richie from Boston. I'm out.